Okay, looks like we're rocking and rolling. Ugh, okay. Okay, obviously freezing up. So let's take a look. Welcome to the Sexy Sunrise Show. If you've never joined me before, my name is Bianca Delia. I've been a professional boudoir photographer for almost 6 years, and I like to take a little bit of time, carve out 15 minutes for myself every single morning, simply to stop patterns that don't support self-love, and I believe that's the first step in waking up your big goddess energy. So today we're going to dive right into it. We are not going to be playing a song or anything like that. Today is very, very important to me that I cocoon and figure out all the inner dealings that are going on before the new moon tomorrow. So let's go ahead and we're just going to dive right into everything today. So let's take a look at the sun. We're still in Sagittarius season, and we know that when the sun is in Sagittarius, we're going to be really focused on elevating and evolving in a sense of our identity. And that energy is actually expressing itself through the 10th house, which is the house of like career and reputation and responsibility. So we might feel like we have this responsibility to pay this high attention to our social image. Now let's take a look at the moon, because we've got so much Sagittarius energy going on right now. And the moon is in Sagittarius today, also expressed through the 10th house. So big highlights on career, reputation, responsibility, those types of things today. And with the moon in Sagittarius, this kind of gives you, with the sun in Sagittarius, you're really concentrated on elevating and evolving. And with the moon in Sagittarius, since this is where our emotions are kind of being the expressions are being put on our emotions, you've got this feeling of like exploring and like kind of like harnessing your gift. So Mercury, we're also in Sagittarius, also expressed through the 10th house. So reputation, career, responsibility, and Mercury has everything to do with communication. So with Mercury being in Sagittarius, we have this newfound respect for other people's opinions, or this can also, since I like to do my reads based on an inner development, this can be new opinions of yourself. So this can kind of be like your dark side and your light side talking, and you've got this new respect for both sides of the opinions, both sides of yourself, the dark and the light, so that you can kind of move into this new person that you're going to be creating. And this is going to be super highlighted in this new moon. This new moon's also a solar eclipse. It's a double Sagittarius, so it's a sun Sag, it's a moon Sag, solar eclipse, and then right after that solar eclipse tomorrow morning around 10:30 a.m. is when it's going to be at its peak. Right after that, the moon's going to go into like a void, so we're also going to have this feeling of time kind of stopping, so you're going to have lots more, it's going to kind of, I feel like it's going to kind of extend this new moon energy of this reflection period, because right after the new moon happens, that next day on the 15th, Chiron, which is our wounded healing planet, is going to go direct. So this is going to be when like energy starts picking up. This is going to be when hopefully we've addressed all the things inside of ourselves that we needed to address, so we can pick it up and go, baby. We can start going on with our new life, with this new identity that we want to create for ourselves. With this sun in Sagittarius concentrated on elevation, this can very well mean that maybe throughout your life you have been perceived a certain way. This is definitely highlighted in me. You have been perceived a certain way. People treat you based on this way that they perceive you, but that's not how you want to be perceived anymore. Maybe you want to be respected now. You've done the work, you've done the deep diving, and now it's time to be respected as such. So let's take a look at Venus also. Venus is still in Scorpio, and that's also expressed through not the 10th house, but this is still in the 9th house, and that kind of rules our beliefs, things like that. And with Venus being in Scorpio, you've got this you believe that you should be experiencing life, you should be experiencing love, you should be experiencing self-love in a more intense, complex way, and you're trying to figure out how to actually express that so you can ground yourself in it. So we're really exploring our emotions right now in respect to our reputation and career. Maybe we're trying to find out what we're supposed to be doing. And in in this exploration of like finding the self-love for ourselves and really trying to harness this new perception of life. We want to be in love with life. We want to be in love with our family. We want to be in love with our environment. There's so much inner stuff going on right now. With the Venus in Scorpio, you're trying to create this new reality about yourself. You're trying to create this new reality about yourself so other people see you that way, so that you can emotionally feel more grounded in it. And then also, like, I'm seeing a lot of like self-talk. We're trying to create this new reality about the way that we speak about ourselves and things like that. So let's take a look at the transits really quick. We have Mercury in Sagittarius squaring up to Neptune in Pisces, and this is really going to spice up the imagination. Like your creative imagination is really going to be expanded. But what this can do with the moon being in Sagittarius and Sagittarius being such a soul explorer and the Neptune is in dreamy Pisces, what this can kind of do is it can kind of put a damper on the communication. So if you're trying to find some things within yourself, you're trying to talk to yourself, you're trying to like pinpoint what it is exactly you need to start working on to harness in this new person that you're trying to be, it's going to be a little bit spacey today. So it might be a great idea to kind of work on some creative endeavors, maybe express yourself through a creative project or a creative book. Or when I'm saying creative book, I mean like a creative new theme, like maybe if you haven't read any books that have to do with spirituality, maybe today's a great day to dive into that, or something like that. So any communication you might be trying to have with yourself is going to feel like this. You're going to kind of feel like, you're swimming upstream and you're trying to find like where the current is not so strong and stuff like that. So just let that flow, because later on today, the Mercury is going to start beginning to trine up to Mars, and Mars is in Aries. So that's going to give us that really, that's going to give us that more like aggressive energy to give us some direction and kind of like ramp up any determination and stuff like that, kind of give us a clear path. So might be feeling a little bit spacey. Right after that new moon tomorrow, Mercury is going to be completely trined up to Mars, but that's going to start happening later on today. So we're going to start feeling more revved up energy. And then, let's see, we talked about the moon going VOC. I don't think I'm going to be doing a Sexy Sunrise show tomorrow. I have a lot of things on my plate I need to get finished. So I might pop in here later or something. But as of right now, I'm going to say we're not going to have a Sexy Sunrise show tomorrow. But so tomorrow with the new moon. The new moon is Sun Sagittarius, Moon Sagittarius, really big on like elevating and exploring your soul, things like that. And it has a lot to do with like career stuff. So I feel like we're really trying to find out what we're supposed to be doing in this life. Like, what is it so important? We're trying to find this direction. What do we need to start working on? And today is going to be so important, because today is going to be the day where maybe we come across this. As long as we let the energy be flowy and be imaginative, maybe we'll kind of catch that idea as it's flowing, upstream or something like that. And then with the solar eclipses have everything to do with things coming to an end. So today's going to be really great to really think about all those thoughts you've had about yourself, really contemplate who it is that you want to be, and just let them be thoughts today. And then after this new moon, that's when all the things that you don't want to be anymore, we need to let them go. We need to let them go. That solar eclipse is going to really let us like put an end to the person that we were, so that we can start becoming the person that we want to be. Today's going to be super important to start analyzing that. And then right after the new moon, the next day, so new moon is tomorrow, next day, Chiron goes direct, and really, really good stuff. As long as we do the work, 15th is going to be awesome to start beginning this new person, this new woman that we want to be. So let me check out everything. Okay, so another key thing that we might want to keep in mind today as we're kind of exploring ourselves. We've got there's this deep tug at us. There's this deep thing, like we're really trying to find out who we are, what we're supposed to do, how are we going to be successful in this life, what does success mean to us, what do we need to heal so that we can become this person to really harness in our gift. So when we've got all this inner stuff going on, we've got all these things we're trying to figure out, it can also create this feeling of the outside world, like life still goes on, right? We still got all this stuff going on inside, but there's still life. We still have to show up for life. That's the reality of it. And so we might feel like there's increasing burdens. We might feel the weight of outside responsibilities and things like that on us. So keep that in mind, that's going to be normal. You might feel lots of pressure today, but there's going to be this lingering hope, because that trine with Mercury and Mars being in Aries, we're going to start feeling the energy pretty soon here going into the next day. That's really going to ramp up that determination and give us that clear path of what we need to do. So today it's really important to just allow what needs to happen, allow yourself to feel the feelings, allow yourself to feel confused, allow yourself to let the ideas just flow. Don't make any feelings or ideas mean anything. And the energy supporting coming up is going to be really, really great. That should really help us ground into the women that we're meant to be. So if you joined me today, thank you so much for sharing your time. And thank you, Serena. I see you. Awesome. Yay. So thank you for spending your time with me. And I'm sending so much love to the woman that you're meant to be, to the woman that you'll be today, and to the woman that you'll be tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. Super short and sweet today. Bye.